Hello. Welcome to the One I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a pullover. Doesn't matter. I drank a lot of coffee last night. That's why I have the energy to do this. Um, I don't want to continue to complain about my first world problems, but when you work the overnight shift, several days in a row, it's kind of hard to have the energy to do stuff. But anyway, yeah, man, I drank a lot of what's it called? Pumpkin spice Starbucks coffee. I've never had it before, but I had a bunch, and you combine that with the workout supplements I take. I am methed out. It's amazing. I feel like I can take on the world if the world was a jungle gym. Anyway, on my way to work, you pass by obviously lots of homeless people. You can tell some people are actually illegals because they're different than the homeless people. But the one thing I did notice is that every mattress or couch or chair that was on the sidewalk, that was thrown out as trash, all of them had someone sleeping on it. And I was thinking, like, those are like human, like, bum traps. Like, if you put out a mattress, because just one example, like on Sepulveda in Venice, there's like a mattress, on in front of the apartments next to 7-Eleven, and there's just like a guy sleeping on it. Like, he has a blanket, but like, imagine, you like do something to it so he's stuck to it. Like a rat glue trap or something like that. And like, I was thinking, like, that's probably like a good way to solve the homeless problem. Like, you just, like, you know, whatever, like, glue trap all the spare mattresses and chairs and couches that people have thrown out, and then the homeless person gets stuck to it, and then, like, you dispose of it. Like, I guess, like, once two or three get stuck to it, you can, like, get rid of it. You know, or like, maybe I'm just high and that's a bad idea. But I mean, I was just thinking. I'm throwing ideas out there. I'm not saying like we should implement that, but it's just what I was thinking. I think it's a good idea. Call them like bum away. I don't know. You know what really pissed me off was, and I'm sure you saw it too. It was like last week. I think it was last week, because, like, man, my sense of time is just off. The LA, I think it's the LA, was it the LA Assembly? Anyway, they voted, I think unanimously, to make LA a sanctuary city. Now, haven't we learned enough from all the other cities that have been ruined by immigrants? Um, like, it costs a lot of money. It costs us, like the people with homes. Like, it costs our tax dollars, to keep these people in our city, and they voted to make this city a sanctuary city. You have to vote differently next election. You have to vote every one of these people out. And it just blows my mind, like, all the bullshit that all these other cities have gone through because they're sanctuary cities, and these idiots thought, oh, it's a good idea. But that's what happens when you're like a rich liberal. It's like, the world sucks, but you live in a gated community, so it doesn't matter. Like, because it's like they send them all to, like, poor areas, so it's just gonna affect poor people. It's not gonna affect the people who, like, live in a nice area, Beverly Hills, whatever, just any gated community. It blows my mind, like, oh god. And, like, in a way, I was like, why am I even mad? I'm just gonna drink vodka. You know, I'm not gonna remember this. I'm probably not, but as of right now, I'm mad. But like, I didn't vote for any of these people anyway, so don't blame me, man. But we gotta get rid of them though. I remember, and like I've always been an advocate against immigration. Like I'm all about sending people away because I remember back in high school there was whatever some prop. I forgot what it was, but it was like if you thought, I mean, if a teacher thought a student was an illegal or thought their parents were illegal, they could call a number and they would come and investigate. And I don't know why I want to say it was Prop G, but that also sounds like a rapper. Prop G. No, I'm not gonna rap. But anyway, we had protest at our high school. Kids who aren't old enough to vote, which so it made no sense. They were protesting Prop G. Prop G. Just no way in hell it was called Prop G. But anyway, they're protesting the proposition, okay? And like, you got like Mexicans with a megaphone. And first of all, I just like saying Mexican with a megaphone. But anyway, I'll never forget. I forgot his name, but there's this Mexican kid with a megaphone leading a chant like no on prop whatever. Oh no, I think it was Prop 30. And I'm just walking by and I'm like, none of us here can vote. Like no one is 18 here. Okay, well, let's just say let's just say there's like 20 people at the school who are 18 because it's like the beginning of the school year or whatever. And it's just high school. There's just not a lot of 18-year-olds there, so it's like you're not affecting the vote, and it's like if you're yelling vote no on Prop 30 to like a 10th grader, like what difference is that going to make? But anyway, so I was really popular in high school. So the person on the megaphone knew who I was, but I didn't know his name, but he knew me. So I walked up to him. I'm like, "Hey man, like let me see the megaphone." He's like, "Yeah, sure, Frank." And I took the megaphone. And I'm like, "No, like we got to kick these people out." Like I'm on the I'm like, "We got to vote yes." Okay? We got to send all these Mexicans home. And I'm on the megaphone saying that. And people are just laughing their ass off because, I'm popular and I'm known for being the class clown. But they did not know that this was 100%. I was just being honest. We got to send you guys home. And also, someone told me that like a lot of illegal aliens are Canadian because they tend to check less on them because they, well, like there's not a stereotype of, oh, that white guy is illegal or that, whatever, white chick, but come on. It goes without saying. And I know someone's going to say that's racist, but let me give you an example of real racism, okay? It was like three weeks ago. I'm walking home from work. It's got to be like 5 o'clock in the morning, okay? And I'm walking home, and there's a bus stop, and at the bus stop, there's this black homeless guy, and he has a baby stroller, and he's pushing the baby stroller, and my first thought is, oh wow, like finally a black father who is watching his kid. And so he looks like this stereotypical homeless person, except he has a baby stroller. But when you take a closer look, it's just his belongings are in the baby stroller. So as I'm walking past him. So like let's say I'm like 2 feet from him. As I'm about to walk past him, he reaches in the baby stroller, pulls out a bag of Pirate's Booty, like that air fluffed popcorn, right? He pulls it out. He's like, "You want some?" And it was just natural. Okay, I literally like batted my hand. I mean, I didn't hit the bag, but like like batted my hand. I'm like, "Get those nigger chips away from me," and I kept walking. I was just like, bam, kept walking. And I was like, wow, that was pretty racist. And it just came out so naturally. It just really came out naturally. And I don't know what his reaction was. I don't care what his reaction was. He's a homeless guy and he's eating chips out of a baby stroller. So I'm really not worried about his opinion. Okay? But anyway, I'm just saying. There's racism and then there's like real shit like that. All right? I'm proud of that moment actually because it was just natural. Like I didn't have to think about it. It was just in the moment, you know. Like let's say like if I was in the KKK and I went to the next meeting and told them about that, they'd have given me a gold star, and then like probably made me Klansman of the month. So I would have got the the parking space closest to the entrance. You know, I would have got to light the cross next time. Good shit. You know, and like I like being number one. I like being the best at stuff. Like you got to take pride in what you do, and like if what you do is being racist to homeless black guys, then like you be the best that you can be at that, and take pride in it, and with everything or anything, if you want to be good at it, you got to practice it, okay? And so that was a couple weeks ago. Every time I see a homeless black guy, I give him a line. I say something because I just want to perfect it. But anyway, I went to work early, and I don't want to interact with people, so I don't even like try. But I go into work, and these two girls are like, "Hi, Frank," and I'm like, whatever. Anyway, there is a woman that works there that is very attractive. Okay, and like why she's attractive? Because she looks like she doesn't eat any food. Nothing beats a skinny woman. I was like, wow, because you're just not used to seeing a skinny woman because fat. And I was like, wow, like she's hot. Like it looks like she hasn't eaten in 3 weeks. Man, I don't know. Like, is that weird? But I just think it's because you're like, bombarded with whales all the time. It's like I don't know how people get so big. You know, well, eating, of course, but yeah. So I was like, wow, she's hot, and obviously I'm not gonna do anything because obviously, if you want to be happy, you have to avoid women. Okay, I mean, I don't know how many times I have to tell you guys. If you want to enjoy your free time, have a stress-free life, you're just sick of bullshit, avoid women. Now if you have to get laid, which I don't know why you have to, but if you do, you can just pay a girl. Like pay her in sunflower seeds. Like hoes will do anything for anything these days. I'm just saying. I knew a girl who would sleep with this guy because he would let her borrow his car. Like that's a great transaction. Maybe. Actually, that's a horrible transaction. But anyway, yeah, I knew this girl who like knew a simp, and like she was always like borrowing stuff from him or trying to get him to like take her places because she like it's like her car broke down. She never fixed it, so she was always trying to get him to, be like his errand boy. And so she started like paying him every time he gave her a ride or she got to borrow the car. She like pay him in sex, and and I'm assuming that's just the average, the average woman, because they're just a life support system for a vagina, and that's okay. And like as long as we accept that, I think we can all coexist, which means you don't have to talk to them. I give horrible advice. Listen, I've been awake for a long time. Just saying, I've been awake for a long time. And I don't drink coffee because coffee makes me high. So I probably shouldn't even post this video. But anyway, we are coming up. This is the real reason why I wanted to make this video. We are coming up on the 700th episode of the When I Have Spare Time podcast. Now, when number 700 goes up, it really won't be number 700. It'll really be more like video number, I don't know, like 803. Because remember, there's a lot of videos of mine that YouTube took down, and there's a lot of podcasts that I didn't number, and I was just saying they were bonus vlogs, but I counted them because you remember each season of the When I Have Spare Time podcast is 60 shows, and so some of them I went over 60, and I just stopped counting. I don't know why I did that, but I didn't know why, because I called them all vlogs instead. But anyway, but officially, show number 700 is coming up relatively soon. I think this is 698. Yeah, this is podcast 698. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Then you give a fuck. But I do. So I'm talking about, because I'm probably the only one that's going to watch this. So I'm doing this for me. Okay. Anyway. Oh my God. Anyway, I've said enough. You guys have a good one, and I will post this video soon. And of course, Karina, and you see her armpits there, will be the thumbnail. That's right. I'm normal. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Peace.